Hi, my name is Holly, and I'm the children's librarian here at Alamosa Public Library in Alamosa, Colorado, and this is Storytime Online. It's time to share a story, a story, a story. It's time to share a story today. A story about stories and stories that are stories. It's time to share a story today. But first, I'd like to thank you for participating in our summer reading program by watching Storytime Online. And if you're here in the San Luis Valley, thank you for participating in our Read for Beads program. I'm so impressed by all of you. You read so much. Last week was our last week of Imagine Your Story programming. We hope that you have felt encouraged to imagine your own stories through the Project Pack activities and through Storytime Online and all of the books that you've been reading. Let's read this story called I Am a Story by Dan Yaccarino, and I hope that it encourages you to continue imagining your stories. I Am a Story by Dan Yaccarino. He wrote the words and drew the pictures. I am a story I was told around a campfire. Then painted on cave walls. I was carved onto clay tablets and told in pictures. I was written on papyrus and printed with ink and wood blocks, then woven into tapestries and copied into big books to illuminate minds. I was printed and bound, then acted out on stage. I was read in vast private libraries, then in public libraries open to everyone, and in places you'd never imagine. Wow, look at all of these libraries. Look, a little free library. Do you have these where you live? We have lots. I made people frightened, excited, sad, and happy. I was censored, banned, and burned, but did not die. Do you see her sneaking off with one? I've inspired millions. I can go with you everywhere. And I will live forever. I am a story. The end. I love that story. It's true. Stories have been told for a long, long time. Around campfires. Maybe we should go camping. Let's go. I am going camping. I'm all packed. My tent, a sleeping bag, and a snack. I'll sit by the campfire, its glow so bright, and sleep in my tent till the morning bright. Oh, hi. I've got my tent all set up just the way I like it, full of books. But in my pack, I've also got my can of soup, my snacks, my extra water, and a first aid kit just in case I get hurt. I've got some Band-Aids and some medicine and some wraps. So if you go camping with your family, you should bring some of those things too. I can put my pack over here for now because we've got some stories to share. I thought I'd bring along 2 of my favorite stories just to show you in case you'd like to check it out from Alamosa Public Library or from your library. This one's called Hiking Day, and it's by Anne Rockwell and is illustrated by Lizzie Rockwell. This family goes out for a hike just for the day. See, they bring along their packs. They've got their water and their first aid kit too. Sorry. Excuse me. And it looks like they have a pretty fun day. I think you would like this story. I've also got this story about something that you might do while you're out camping during the day. It's called One Dog Canoe, and it's my ears. Sorry. It's called One Dog Canoe, and it's about this little girl and her dog who go out in this little boat called a canoe, and it's only big enough for the 2 of them. But wait until you see who else tries to get inside. It's so silly. Sorry. Oh. There. But I have some other stories to read to you, but sorry, it's kind of hard because something else that you might end up doing during the day while you're camping is swatting at mosquitoes. But I happen to have the perfect book here. It's called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. And it's by Verna, Aardema, and the pictures are by Leo and Diane Dillon. This is a why story. It's a story that explains why something happens, often in nature. This story comes to us from Africa, but why stories have been told all over the world, sometimes around campfires. Let's read this why story called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. Why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears. Oh, like mine. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." "Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that were almost as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I would rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." Then he stuck 2 sticks in his ears and went off, meck, 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 through the reeds. That mosquito made him grumpy. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass by a python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." The iguana did not answer, but lumbered on, bobbing his head, bada-min, bada-min. "Now why won't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. "Iguana must be angry about something. I'm afraid he is plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide. The first likely place he found was a rabbit hole, and in it he went, wassa-wusso, wassa-wusso, wassa-wusso. When the rabbit saw the big snake coming into her burrow, she was terrified. She scurried out through her back way and bounded quick, quick, quick across a clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest crying, "Caw, caw, caw." It was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near. He began screeching and leaping, "Keely-weely, through the trees to help warn the other animals. As the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead limb. It broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for though she usually hunted only in the night, this morning she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to the nest, she found one of them dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it. All that day and all that night she sat in her tree, so sad, so sad, so sad. Now it was Mother Owl who woke the sun each day, so that the dawn could come. But this time, when she should have hooted for the sun, she did not do it. The night grew longer and longer. The animals of the forest knew it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come back. At last, King Lion called a meeting of the animals. They came and sat down, pem, 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 around a council fire. Mother Owl did not come, so the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, King Lion asked, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted long, 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 and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets. Because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Is that really how it happened? Then King Lion called the monkey. He came before him nervously, glancing from side to side, rim, 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 rim. "Monkey," said the king, "why did you kill one of Mother Owl's babies?" "Oh, king," said the monkey, "it was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger. And I went leaping through the trees to help. A limb broke under me, and it fell on the owl's nest." The king said to the council, "So it was the crow who alarmed the monkey who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then the king called for the crow. That big bird came flapping up. He said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for her life in the daytime. Wasn't that reason enough to spread an alarm?" The king nodded his head and said to the council, "So it was the rabbit who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the rabbit. The timid little creature stood before him, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," said the king, "why did you break a law of nature and go running, running, running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said the rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when that big snake came in and chased me out." The king said to the council, "So it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering, wassa-woosu, past the other animals. "But king," he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. When I crawled into the rabbit's hole, I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed when they saw the iguana coming, butterman, with the sticks still stuck in his ears. King Lion pulled out the sticks, purrup. Then he asked, "Iguana, what evil have you been plotting against the python?" None at all," cried the iguana. "Python is my friend." "Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me?" demanded the snake. "I didn't hear you or even see you," said the iguana. "Mosquito told me such a big lie. I couldn't bear to listen to it, so I put sticks in my ears." laughed the lion. "So that's why you had sticks in your ears." "Yes," said the iguana, "it was the mosquito's fault." King Lion said to the council, "So it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." "Punish the mosquito! Punish the mosquito!" cried all the animals. When Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head toward the east and hooted, "Hoo! Hoo! Hoo!" And the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to it all from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf, and was never found and brought before the council. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience. To this day, she goes about whining in people's ears, "Is everybody still angry at me?" When she does that, she gets an honest answer. Kapow! And that is why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears, especially when camping. If you like that why story that explains why something happens in nature, you might like this one that we have at Alamosa Public Library that's called "Why the Sun and the Moon Live in the Sky." Now, lots of people who go camping at night gather around the fire before they tuck into their sleeping bags, and they make a special dessert called s'mores. Have you heard of s'mores? Have you tasted s'mores before? S'mores are made like a sandwich with a graham cracker on the bottom, then a piece of chocolate, a marshmallow roasted over the fire, and then another graham cracker on top. Squish and crunch. It's delicious. When you roast the marshmallows over the campfire, they get warm and toasty and squishy and sticky and sweet. Sorry, got a little carried away there. S'mores are delicious. So I thought for our last story today, I would read this one about the most important ingredient in s'mores, the marshmallow. This is called Most Marshmallows. This is by Rowboat Watkins. He wrote the words and drew the pictures. Most marshmallows. Most marshmallows don't grow on trees or come from storks or even Mars. Most marshmallows are mostly born to one sweet parent or two and live in homes of one kind or another. They celebrate birthdays. They watch TV. They go to school most mornings and learn to be squishy and how to stand in rows. And why they can't breathe fire. Fire is only for dragons. Most marshmallows eat dinner together and fall asleep most nights. There's me. To dream about nothing. But some marshmallows somehow secretly know that all marshmallows can do anything or be anything they dare to imagine. So, roar! The end. Okay, my little marshmallows. I hope that you keep imagining your story. I have so enjoyed our summer together. And if you decide to go camping with your family, be sure to put a stamp in your Weekends on the Rio passport. I'd better get my camp packed up because I need to go clean up the story room after all of our fun summer reading programming. Need to put away all the extra project packs and get our story room clean and tidy. But before I do that, I will make sure that my campsite is clean and tidy too. When you go camping or do any recreating outdoors, make sure that you leave no trace. That means you take all of your belongings and pack all of your trash out with you so that everyone else who comes camping or who comes hiking and all the animals who live there can enjoy the great outdoors. All right, time to pack up and clean up. All right, got my camping supplies all packed up and my summer reading program supplies packed away until next summer. But I'll be back next week for another episode of Storytime Online. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, sweet baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly, goodbye. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos.